Welcome to Local Point, your life, your stories, with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome to Local Point. I'm your host, Chris Piner, and with me is Chad Mortensen with the UBIC in Roosevelt. Welcome, Chad. It's good to have you here again. Board president for how many years now?
It's been a couple of years.
A long
now.
time.
Yep.
We'll just leave it at that. But the guru of self-proclaimed know-it-all, right?
Yeah.
Those were his words, not mine. No, of the UBIC, and I'm glad to have you here. We always love to talk about UBIC.
It's always fun to put on every year. It's been a fun event, and we're looking forward to the big show this year.
Let's just throw out there right at the beginning the dates.
August 3rd, 4th, and 5th in the park, but we actually start out in July. We're going to start out with a golf tournament, July 28th.
All right, that's right. There's always a big kickoff before.
Yes, we start out with the golf tournament, and then our co-ed softball tournament that starts that night also at 6 o'clock. And then on Saturday is our Queen pageant, Miss UBIC, Miss Uinta Basin, and we're doing our outstanding teen pageant this year with them.
Combined in one.
Combine it together and make it
together.
Nice
and all of these things, so the golf tournament, softball, and the pageant will kick off UBIC. Yes. So it's longer than just the 3 days.
It is, and then it rolls into the next week, and we start out with Mr. UBIC pageant on Monday.
Oh yes, the
then little girl pageants on Tuesday, and Wednesday we do our talent show. And then we move to the park.
I love the talent show.
Talent show is always fun.
Always fun. I had the opportunity a few times
You've been in it a couple of times. I can remember.
Judge it and be involved there. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. What are the big things that we want our viewers to know about?
Big thing this year is our big show is going to be the Swan Brothers. We're really happy to have them come, and Charlie Jenkins, local boy, is going to come home and open up for them.
Well, how exciting! And when is that?
That will be on Saturday, August 5th. And the show starts at 6:30 at night. Everybody just comes, lines the hillsides with their chairs and blankets. And
so what is the cost?
Cost is free.
Just show up. Bring your chairs and blankets.
Enjoy yourself.
And you encourage people to bring chairs. Is that okay?
We have chairs.
So you can sit there and.
Most people sit the chairs down lower and the blankets up on the hillside. So
you're not obstructing view.
Yeah.
So you'll see how it's done.
Yeah.
And is basically everything there in the park?
Everything in the park
over the 3 days
for entertainment is free.
Wonderful.
We've also got a couple events that are new this year. We've got a Special Olympics bocce ball tournament.
And how does this work?
And it's going to be at the high school, at Union High School, and it is a cross between skeet ball, bowling, and.
So the bocce is throwing.
The bocce is you throw the ball down to another set of balls.
To get it close, or so they're touching or something.
It's going to be really fun.
Lawn bowling.
Excited about that. And Roosevelt City just finished up their Roosevelt bike track up at the new park, Constitution Park.
They put out a bike track.
Yep, we just built a new bike track and we're going to do some races for 12 and unders this year to get started. See how we can get that going. And
are these also no charge to be involved in these things, or do some of these things
these events going up prior, we have to charge. There's different charges for it, and the prices are on the UBIC website, which is that? ubic.info.
ubic.info, and you'll find everything there that you need to.
Yep.
So can people actually sign up for these things there and pay a registration fee?
Not pay on the registration, but a lot of the payment.
All of the information is there.
And also we've got the triathlon is back this year. That is going to be good. But the information is on the website. You can find where to go. And on the triathlon, you can sign up on active.com.
On active.com, is there a link from the other website to that also?
We'll jump right to it.
All right, so you can get to that. When is the triathlon?
Triathlon this year for the adults is on Saturday, and it starts 6:30. Get there a little early. Get there about 6 to start, and after the triathlon gets going, we're going to do a 5K and a 10K also.
Wow.
And that will be registration right there.
So there's something for everyone. If a triathlon's overwhelming for you, there are other levels, right?
Do a 5K and a 10K.
Very good.
And we have a kids triathlon too on Friday, the day before.
And they'll be able to do all three: bike, swim, and run.
Yeah. We'll have a little shorter track for them, but it's fun, it's entertaining, it's going to be a great time.
For most of these things, do you want people to just show up and be involved, or are they encouraged to sign up in advance?
They're encouraged to sign up in advance. We've also got a sign-up place at the Duchesne County Chamber of Commerce. We have all the sign-ups.
All of those things, if you're not internet savvy.
You're not internet savvy like me sometimes. I go
There's
the
a
old
lot
way.
to talk
I like to
about.
go and talk and get it in.
All right. Well, there it is, all in a nutshell. When we come back, we'll be talking more with Chad about this year's UBIC.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
The Vernal Area Chamber wants to add your business in our network. Create change with various committees. Participate in community events and have a strong business resource behind your company's goals. Learn more at vernalchamber.org.
Welcome back to Local Point. Before the break, we were discussing Chad, the UBIC board president, and I were discussing this year's UBIC events. And we put it all in there, threw it all in there together. The main events are August 3rd, 4th, and 5th, but there are kickoff events leading up to it.
Yes.
And again, that is the...
we start out with our Queen Pageant.
The golf tournament.
And golf tournament. Then we go from
Queen Pageant,
the Queen Pageant and the Outstanding Teen Pageant. We go into a Mr. UBIC pageant to...
Softball.
Softball, well, yeah.
And that's in there too, right before.
Yep.
So those
Co-ed
things that
softball
softball.
Yeah.
And we also mentioned several times that all of the information, if you're not getting it all in this one big dose, is on a website.
UBIC.info.
UBIC.info. And you'll find everything there.
List.
Now, so I want to break down a few more of these things. So on day one, the 3rd, what can we expect to see first out of the gate?
Right out of the gate, starting first thing in the morning, we are going to be having yoga in the park, 8 o'clock. Start out with a little yoga in the park, and we're going to have a stroller row going on around the walking park. USU's putting on. Come dressed.
What is that?
You come dressed as your favorite superhero, I believe it is, this year, and it's a progressive story as they walk along the park. Get out, reading.
The stroller is as in
mothers and kids.
So
bring
strollers and walk, and then hear a piece of a story, and then go to the next station.
Move on.
Okay.
It's a progressive story reading.
Very good. After your yoga.
Then we've got Tai Chi going on down to the Crossroads Center in Roosevelt. We've got baby show that day. Baby show starts on Monday also. I believe it starts at 4 o'clock and goes to 7.
Very good.
Monday and Tuesday is the baby show.
All right.
At the Crossroads Center also. Then we go into the Mr. UBIC pageant that night, 7 o'clock at the Roosevelt Junior High School.
Everybody loves that.
It's fun. It's fun to come see the guys perform. And our queens that will be crowned the weekend prior will be there emceeing and giving out awards. And we'll go on to Tuesday and start all over again.
Let's hear that day. What happens on Tuesday?
Oh, well, we was on Thursday, wasn't we?
We were on Thursday. We were on the first day, the 3rd. That's right. 3rd, 4th, 5th. Let's go to the 4th and 5th. Let's go to the 4th.
The 4th, we start out again with yoga in the park. We're going to go in and we're going to have bicycle races, the bocce tournament. Also, there's a soccer tournament on Thursday that I forgot to mention. But on Friday, we're going to have a co-ed volleyball tournament, I believe it is, on that day.
Is outdoor?
Outdoor. That will be done at the football fields at Union High School. And we'll go into the local entertainment. We'll be on stage. Thursday night, the Tribe program starts out the night. We always start the UBIC with the Tribe. helping us out and starting the program out, and we go into local entertainment after that. And Thursday night we'll be finished up with Basin Nightlife. We'll be performing. It's a group of young kids that come up and spin for us, have a light show to go with it.
Oh, very
and then
good.
Friday night we start with all of our local talent around the basin. Our first place, second place, third place winners will be performing on stage. Dance teams, choir teams, vocal events, talent show winners. And we finish up that night with the ATs will be performing, a band after hours.
Oh, very good. And they must be an 80s band?
That's a good, yeah. They do 80s cover music.
You can't go wrong with that.
No.
And then the big act, as we mentioned in the first segment, is Saturday night.
Saturday night.
And that is the Swan Brothers?
The Swan Brothers. They were finalists on The Voice. They was on Team Blake. They toured with Carrie Underwood and I can't remember.
And someone else.
Yeah, Brad Paisley.
And Brad Paisley.
Like,
oh,
I went to the tour. I saw it. But they're
and
an awesome,
Charlie
awesome
Jenkins,
band.
you said, will also be back, and what a great thing to see.
Charlie's
him.
going to be coming
The
back to
Basin
see
loves
us.
him.
Yeah.
There is so much going on at UBIC. You've been involved in it for so long. I know that you love it. It's very near and dear to your heart.
Been going to it since I was a little kid and can remember.
And who did you ever think that you would someday
One
be
day I never thought I'd ever be
coordinating
in
and putting
charge.
things together? You have a wonderful committee. We'll give a
Great
thank you to
committee.
your committee and
Committee
probably
is an
far too
awesome
many
team.
sponsors to
And-
even
oh,
bring
yes.
out. But all of that will be on the website,
Yes.
ubic.info. More than 3 days, right? August
Yes.
4th, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, but some
In the
wonderful
park.
things. As soon as you see this, check
Yeah.
out that website and look at all the great things that are playing. Chad, thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
And thank you to your wonderful committee for all of the hard work.
Thank
and you'll
you.
get to rest when it's all over, but until then, we'll have
keep
fun.
going.
You want a Basin in celebration.
Yes, everybody
Yes.
come out and enjoy themselves. It'll be a great time.
Thank you for watching today's show. That's all we have time for. Stay tuned for this week's community calendar.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
The Vernal Area Chamber wants to add your business in our network. Create change with various committees. Participate in community events and have a strong business resource behind your company's goals. Learn more at vernalchamber.org.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to this week's Community Calendar, brought to you by the Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce, building commerce one member at a time. I love summer. It's so nice. I'm wearing my short sleeves. It's warm outside. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the weather coming up in a second. But first, let's start off with a little bit of news for this week. The Uinta Basin Applied Technology College, which you may know better as UBATC, has had a name change. It enacted on July 1st. They're not UBATC anymore. They will now be known forevermore as Uinta Basin Technical College, or abbreviated as UBTech. Nice. And a new logo, too. That's pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at this weekend's schedule for you now. Starting on Friday, July 21st, we got Smokey Bear. Not Smokey the Bear, just Smokey Bear, that's his name. He's going to be up at Flaming Gorge. He and his fire education team will be at the Lucerne Campground, the Loop C Pavilion. You can meet him, get the kids educated. It's going to be happening 7:30 p.m. on Friday. Now, on to next week. Not a whole lot happening this week, right? 24th through the 30th of July, starting on Monday, July 24th, it's Pioneer Day. And as you can see, we've got breakfast up there. That's because, oh, here it comes, there's breakfast right there. We got Boy Scouts every year. Boy Scouts get together, hold an annual breakfast from 7 to 9 a.m. at the Vernal Park, the big pavilion. Go have some free breakfast. Also, it means that on Monday, after the breakfast, we got the Pioneer Day Parade happening right down Main Street in Vernal, 10 a.m. Set your chairs out early. Come see the cool floats being made. All right, on to Wednesday, July 26th now. It's documentary film night starting at 7 p.m. with the movie Just Eat It. It's a food waste story. This is where filmmakers quit grocery shopping and live on food that would otherwise be thrown away, which may not be a terrible idea if you were like hanging outside of, oh, I don't know, Great Harvest. Ooh, their day-old stuff is still very delicious. You're welcome, Jay. Friday, July 28th now, another movie. This is Movies in the Park at the UNA Recreation Center. Is that not happening here? Oh, here comes the Movies in the Park. They're going to be showing Secret Life of Pets. Great movie for the kids, so stinking cute. My favorite character is that dumb rabbit, the one that says, TD, Tiny Dog. Can I call you Tiny Dog? The movie starts at dusk. Now moving on to Saturday, July 29th, you can join the Roosevelt Library with the Harry Potter party. I'm so excited about this. I want to go. It's at 1 p.m. at the Strata building. You can come celebrate with quests and crafts, games, and more. What's our picture? Oh, it's all Harry Potter related stuff. A Harry Potter party! So much fun. Also on Saturday, it's the Miss Uinta Basin and Outstanding Teen Pageant. That starts at 7 p.m. at the Roosevelt Junior High. Everything's happening in Roosevelt that weekend. Let's move on to the weekend's weather to see what it's going to be like if you happen to be outside. Weekend lows are going to be around 60 degrees. Let's be honest, the weather's going to be the same from now all through the weekend and into next week. Temperatures are going to change a little bit, right? I didn't see last week's, but I think that our high was probably like 93, which is what it is on Monday. Friday, there was like mostly cloudy skies, but as you can see, we've got some really good chance of thunderstorms happening on Wednesday. Temperatures dip down a little bit and then they come back up. The lows stay right around that 62 degree point at night. But this kind of thing right here, this thunderstorm, that can happen anytime through here. In fact, as I looked out the window, what did I see? I saw a huge cumulonimbus cloud building up just to dump just to the north of us. But those clouds can just happen about anywhere. And as soon as they get too full of precipitation, that moisture condenses and then poof, there it comes, right on your faces. All right, let's look ahead to some events you can get your family out to in case there is no rain on your face. UBIC, that's right there. That is UNA Basin in Celebration, happening August 3rd and 4th. We'll have an awful lot about that. I'm sure you'll see local point events on that as well. Joyful Living Conference, Women's Conference at the UNA Conference Center, happens August 12th. Elizabeth Smart will be there. The Duchesne County Fair is happening August 4th through the 12th. And then the Strata Gaming Series Tournament, I think this is only the second time they've done this. I think, right guys, last year, first time? Yeah, last year, first time. And it was a huge success. Huge success? Yep. See, that's why they're doing it again. You can come out and participate in lots of gaming and competition, and then there's like booths and people set up, and I think they give away things as well. It's supposed to be a fun time. I didn't go last year. I'm going this year. That's right. I'll beat you all in Tetris. Actually, I'm terrible at Tetris. Those are the events we have for this week's community calendar. If you got an event coming up, let us know, 435-781-1902, or you can leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. Like VTV6 on Facebook. Hey, and do me a favor, leave a comment of the game that you want me to play you in that you think you can beat me in the comments below. Video game. Because let's be honest, physical sport kind of games, you're going to beat me in all of them.